The 2025 Tampa Pros in the books. I'm going to wrap up the top 6 in his lineup. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, here we go. Top 6 at the Tampa Pro. We have Jordan Hutchinson first place, Quinton Eriya second, Palacios third, John Jewett fourth, Bruno Santos fifth, and John Delarosa sixth. Right off the bat, I would have placed John Delarosa higher. I'm not sure where I would have put him, but I would at the very least, I would have had him ahead of Bruno Santos. John was the favorite going in, or probably the favorite going into the show, considering that he won it last year. He didn't bring in quite what he wanted to bring in. Even if he would have been placed higher, I don't think he brought a package that could have won. But I definitely would have placed him at the very least fifth. Since the show, John Delarosa has announced his retirement. Fifth place, Bruno Santos. Not the prettiest bodybuilder to look at, but we had a few in the top placings that aren't the prettiest to look at, but he brings a sufficient amount of muscle. He typically brings in conditioning, and he can place well and win shows. He was at the Olympia last year. Whether he's going to make it this year, I don't know. A little narrow across the top, clavicles. Probably could carry a little more muscle to help compensate up top to compensate for that. He's brought in better packages, and like I said just momentarily ago, I would have had, at the very least, John Delarosa ahead of Bruno. Fourth place, John Jewett. Going into this show, I really felt it would most likely be a battle between the two Johns, John Jewett and John Delarosa. As I said with Delarosa, I think John Jewett should have been battling for the top position between him and Jordan Hutchinson. Just an opinion. Like I said about Bruno, John Jewett doesn't have a pretty physique to look at, but he brings a good amount of muscle for his frame. Keep in mind, he came from the 212. He carries a good amount of muscle, and he brings conditioning. Hard, dry, grainy, and I give him a lot of credit. He's one of the few out there that does his own prep. Like I said, he plays fourth in this lineup. I personally would have had him battling first and second. Third place, Palasios. He's a new pro. His pro debut is in Cali, the Cali Pro, and I believe he plays 15. Now, places third in this lineup. All in all, I don't think the Cali lineup was as strong as this lineup was. So if you look at it in that perspective, he made a tremendous jump in placings. Once again, it's not pretty to look at, but he brings a lot of freaking muscle, and he brought really good conditioning. I probably would have been, in my opinion, about third or fourth. Maybe I would have kept him at third place, and that brings me to second place, Quinton Eriya. I like him, beautiful physique, but he might have placed fourth if I was judging the show. He brought in a good physique, much better than the physique he brought to the stage last year. We know that when he returned to the stage last year, after about a year away, training with under the guidance of Matt Jansen, came back with a very disappointing showing at New York. We all know what happened between him and Matt Jansen. Like John Jewett, he took control of his own prep, and I think he did a good job and much improvement from last year. But that being said, with his frame, his height, his structure, he needs a sufficient amount of muscle more on his body. I think he can qualify for the Olympia, possibly at the upcoming, was it Texas Pro? I believe it's the Texas Pro that he's doing. But Jordan Hutchinson is going to be there also. It's going to be a rematch between the two of them. That brings us to Jordan Hutchinson. I definitely think he was top two in his show. He brought in a really good package. What can I say? I personally think it should have been a battle between Jordan and John, that is, John Jewett, that is, for first and second. Didn't turn out that way. Which way would I give lean towards? Probably John Jewett, but I really think it was close between the two of them. Once again, I'm not the judge at the show. I'm just a guy doing a YouTube channel. But in my opinion, I thought that it was a battle between Jordan and John, really, and that John Jewett should have won. Ultimately, it didn't turn out that way. Once again, we had Jordan Hutchinson first place, Quinton Eriya second, Joe Palacios third, John Jewett fourth, Bruno Santos fifth, and John Delarosa sixth. And if you agree or disagree with anything I've said in this video, please let me know in the comment section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.